Cool. 1 second. Okay, I think we're live now. Okay, greetings, guys. My name is Radoslav, and I'm a European Solidarity Corps volunteer here in UNED Bologna. And we're gathered today to celebrate European Erasmus Days and speak to all three of you. I'll give you a chance to introduce yourself in a minute to hear your stories about your volunteering experiences with the project you took part, Voice. So greetings from me, and I'm very happy to speak to you. Can you please introduce yourself, please?
Okay, I can start. Hi, I'm Martina. I'm from Italy, and I spent my voluntary period in Thailand. Actually, I was with Francesco. We were together, and it's been an amazing time for me. It was in March, so I'm glad to be here and to listen also about the other stories.
Thank you, Martina. And what about you, Luisa?
Wait. So can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'm Luisa. I'm 26 years old. I graduated in languages, and after my graduation, I wanted to do like some volunteer project, and I found this project to Colombia. And so I spent my time of the project in Colombia, and I started in March, and I liked it so much that I decided to extend it 3 months more, and I came back like 2 weeks ago, so in the 1st of October.
All right, and what about our gentleman, Francesco?
So I'm Francesco, I'm 27. Nice to meet you to all, and amazing to see you again, Marty. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure for me. I took the ESC in Thailand with her. It was an amazing experience. Unfortunately, we cut it after 1 month, almost, and I was very sad. I hope to live other type of experience again in my life, because I think is some kind of tempest that come in your heart and in your mind and give for you infinity stuffs that you can review in your life and you can use for different contexts. And for me, about me, I'm living in a rural area in Italy, in a village where the internet is not so good. So if you can hear me good, we are lucky today. Normally the signal is not so good. And I took a lot of experience in Erasmus Plus project, Key Action 1, and also I was in Asve in Bulgaria.
Oh, really?
I lived in South America almost 2 years, and in Africa I've been there more times, in the center of Africa with my father and with other programs. And yeah, nice to meet. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for joining. That seems so interesting, and it's so wonderful because all the four volunteers have traveled so much and have a lot of experience to share. And yes, this period, including for me, was very challenging because of the coronavirus situation. But I think we all got a lot of good experience from it, anyways. I wanted to ask you first, where did you learn from about this volunteering opportunity? How did it came to you?
I learned that from...
It's for me the question?
Where we learned the project, like when we yeah. Did you get it?
Yes, and Francesca and Luisa, maybe first the lady. Where did you find the opportunity to become volunteer?
I found the opportunity through Facebook. There is a UNET page, and I just put like in a European project, I don't know, and there I found the opportunity.
All right. And what about you,
Me as
Francesca?
well.
Same for me.
Did you guys know
Yeah,
before?
same for me.
Did you know?
UNET, yes, I know UNET before because
No, actually I didn't.
yeah,
Sorry.
I know UNET because it's a quite big organization that work with Erasmus Plus program in Bologna, so I know them. But with that opportunity, no, I discovered in internet, in Facebook, and I sent the request.
Okay. And no one of you before knew about European Solidarity Corps. You just found the project.
No, I know EVS before of that project. I know that now is ESC, but before it was EVS. Yeah, I know.
All right. And you ladies?
First, Luisa.
Okay. No, actually, I knew that there were projects for volunteers, but I didn't know the organizations. And through this experience, I could like know European Corps and Voluntary Corps, or yeah, UNET as an organization here in Italy. So.
Yeah, I also learned the organization only through this project, and but I knew European Solidarity Corps before getting to know UNET. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And maybe start with important thing. What was your personal motivation to give volunteering a try? Maybe we can start with Martina.
Okay. For me, it's long time I wanted to do an experience abroad. I already done some experiences before Thailand abroad, but I also wanted to do an experience like voluntary experience. So that's why I decided to live like my ordinary life, and also because I wasn't fully satisfied of that. So I took this experience as a opportunity to grow and to understand better also myself, to prove myself. And because I knew that Thailand was super challenging for me, so I just decided to live my quotidianity and ordinary life and find a new perspectives and also a new me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what about you, Luisa?
Well, actually, I do love travel, and I'm really curious about knowing new people, new country, new cultures, and so on. And after my graduation, I was also like, oh, I have to find my way somehow. And I wanted to do something volunteering. I really like going to a place, not just a tourist, but like to live really the place where I am, so have contact with people. And I think that working abroad, it's a good way to know the environment there. So I thought also that the opportunity of take part to a volunteer as a volunteer to this project, it could be a nice way for me to know another country, and at the same time doing something like working in the other country.
It sounds lovely. Thank you for sharing. And what about you, Francesca?
I'm most curious to learn something from the Asia culture. I really liked the idea of the project, agriculture, social, community, young people, old people, stories, international. That words for me are very important. So I wanted to learn more for grow up and come back in Italy with more skills. And basically it was that reason. So I wanted to go there for still and take for me something that give me the possibility to show everything for the community where I live.
Thank you, thank you. That's interesting. And you did the same project with Martina. So I would like to ask Luisa now, what was the topic of your subject?
We have different tasks, but I was working in the Universidad Nacional, so the National University of Colombia. And there I was in the Office of International Relationship. And I have to organize Italian club. So I was a support for Italian language there.
All right. Sounds lovely as well. And you said you spent like 6 months in Colombia, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. And what about you guys? How long were you in Thailand in total?
In total, yeah, we've been 1 month. It was planned 3 months, but then we had to cut the project.
Yeah, challenging times around COVID.
Yeah.
Now you seem like experienced people in travel, but I wanted to ask you, did you have any concerns, worries, or fears in regard to the relocation? We can probably start with Francesco this time.
I lost the signal, sorry.
No worries.
I don't get.
I was asking if before the departure you have any worries or fears, concerns about the project, the new country, the fitting into the culture, and etc.
No. For me, I was only curious. For that type of experience, I really didn't had a lot. I really didn't had the fears. Really, I was without any expectation as well. So I was in the middle, no, without any imbalance. So I learned to live every experience with the power and heart. So I was there and I was okay. This is the place I can stay. I love the food. I love the people. So after projects, after different projects, I think you can start to learn that go without any expectation is better than prepare something. So I was jumping in the country.
Yes, sounds to me like adventure. What about like the more mundane things like accommodation, finances? Were you sure that everything's gonna be okay again?
After 2 years of Brazil, everything is fine. So for me, it was okay, super okay. Really.
All right, thank you. And what about you, ladies? We can start probably from Luisa.
Yeah, actually, when they told me that I was selected for Colombia, I was super excited. I mean, I have Colombian friends there, and I was really, really curious just to know all the culture that they shared me once. So I was just very excited because I knew like some aspects of Colombian culture, but and I wanted to learn more. So, and yeah, so just, my fear was just like about the work. I would like, oh my God, if I'm not able to do all the things that they gave me to do, or if I'm not enough good to do that, and so on. But we solved these fears. Actually, I have a really good teamwork, so nice. That was just my,
Yes,
and
it's
yeah.
very relatable. I think this is something a lot of young people who are considering it would experience. So it's nice to hear that it turns out well in the end and all goes well. And you, Martina?
Yeah. Actually, I also learned to not have many expectations about new projects because you never know. So I neither had many fears. Probably I was much more scared and afraid to stay in the current life I had before and to change it. So I was really happy when I've been accepted because I knew it was a very good opportunity for me. So I was very, very happy. I had no big fears. Actually, I almost had no fears. Of course, like if you lose the flight or, if you forget something and so on, but those are very small fears. I mean, it's okay. And actually, yeah, I think that during this kind of projects, you should be aware that usually the people that you meet, it's people with like it's open mind people. So it's very nice to meet this kind of persons around the world, and that's why I had no big concerns. I think that's I had a lot of expectations. I mean, about myself, not about the project. And about what you said, you asked about the financial part. No, I think that European projects are quite sure about those kind of this kind of the side of the project. So it's never been a problem, really,
Yeah,
the financial part.
that sounds great. Yeah, and this how to say, I'm sure that there are people who are uncertain if they're gonna like the place where they live or if they have money. But as you say, the European Union makes sure everyone should feel good at all times, and they have everything provided, including not only funds but support. So yeah, um, what you said here, all three of you, it's like you should go into this experience eager for new things and also curious. So very cool. And maybe now we can speak. Uh, how did you feel during your first days in the project, arriving, for example, Luis to Colombia, and then we can ask you two guys what were.
Okay. Well, as I said before, I was super excited. I just arrived at the airport and I looked like bienvenidos in Colombia, like welcome to Colombia. And it was like quite about starting to cry because I was like so happy to be there. And the other days were like adaptation. So also with Flavia, we were with the other volunteer, we were super curious and we just wanted to go around. At the beginning, we were in a hotel, so we just went around. We couldn't sleep for the time changing, and so we just walk and knew, look at that, look at that. Like kids that started to say, to be curious and say, that's new, that's new, that's new, everything like that. And yes, and then the adaptation, like transport and public transport, or it was like different as in Italy. But from my part, I was just really, really excited. I was like, okay, I will adapt, I will do that, I will just like go on. That's what my feeling for.
Sounds really adventurous.
Mm.
And what about you guys? How were your first days in Thailand?
For me, amazing. The weather very hot and humid, as I like it. I remember South America, and from the first time the food was amazing, so I didn't had any problem, any healthy problem. Pitum came and took me at the airport. Martina, it was already there. I came some days later. So we went in a house for 10 days to 2 weeks, and we changed it because we needed to do the quarantine. And we was in a residential quartier, so better than in Italy almost. It was okay, super okay for me, really okay.
All right, thanks for sharing. And you, Martina?
Yeah, as Francesco said, I arrived a couple of days earlier than him. I remember when I arrived there, like I was like not under shock, but I wasn't really aware of myself because of the long journey and because of all the emotions together. I remember Pitum came to pick me up, and like I forgot 3 times the same stuff inside the airport, literally. So I had to go back and come back and go back and come back for the same stuff. Really, like I wasn't understanding anything around me. But when I think about the first days, like I remember the smell of the house and the atmosphere there, like everything was totally new, and I was so attracted to the culture. Like I remember really I have many images in my mind, and unfortunately we had to spend the first 2 weeks in this house. But anyway, we went a bit around, so we had the opportunity to walk around and see a bit of stuff. Then we changed, we went to the real to the village where our project was running actually. So it was very like full of many emotions, really. It's something you can never explain to another person.
Yes, I can imagine how big the difference is from Italy to going to Asia and experiencing Thailand and this new environment, and especially after, because of the difficult situation in the whole world. So I'm happy to hear your good experiences, and I'm sure that because of this situation, you also get some, how to say, some challenging times. Can you speak about them, and what did you learn from those challenges? Like, for me, sometimes when I was moving to new places, I felt a little bit lonely in the beginning, unsure, worried, like you said, about job and stuff. How it was for you, and what did you get from this experience as a person?
We should start.
You can start, Martina.
Okay. Okay, it was very challenging for me. I think the most difficult part of the project, it's been sharing the house with people I didn't know before. So also because the space was not so big, and the house in the village was a bit crowded. Like we were 5 people inside, 5 voluntaries together. So that's been a bit challenging for me. And then of course, like Thailand, it's a wild country and we were in a village, so also getting to know the animals around us and everything, they scared you as well because in our cities many animals are not usual anymore, are not normal anymore, and then you just go there and you see many dangerous animals because you don't know them. so you don't know how to manage and live together in the same house. But then when you get to know the people and you learn the animals, their names and blah blah and so on, you start to be much more relaxed, and you start really to learn like everything. You learn literally like the sounds, the animation, your feelings, and also you learn many new parts of yourself. So yeah, I mean, of course, I learned how to grow new plants and how to gardening and those kind of skills, but also a lot many skills, like soft skills about me and what could I do, and I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important, this experience, because it really challenges you to become a better person, and this is what you said you were all looking for. And what about you, Francesco? Um, did you have challenges?
Yeah, I had when I know that I needed to come back in Italy. I didn't want to come back in Italy, and I wanted to stay there. Unfortunately, the situation put me in a I needed to choose something, but I feel very bad. I wanted to really stay there because I was really happy. And the other problem, but is related to COVID-19, is that we didn't go to the university, to the social places where we had to organize some activities, no? And also the agricultural activities was only the house mostly of the time, because it was not forbidden, but almost go outside. So it was that for me, not nothing related to the context, to the place, to the people, but it was only that fucking coronavirus, and that it was a challenge for me.
Yeah, I can relate. I'm sure future opportunities will present to you to travel and return to Thailand and explore it more. So yeah, but we have to accept how things are and try to adapt. What about you?
Yeah.
You, Luis, in Colombia, how are things?
Well, actually, yes, also the coronavirus was a challenge because I have I have expectations. I mean, okay, working, but I also wanted to know new places in Colombia, so to visit Colombia and somehow, and I couldn't, or spend like a lot of time with my friends that I haven't seen for years, but I couldn't. So I spent time, but not as much as I wanted to. And living in a family. And in Italy, I used to live like alone during my studies, so I was not used to live with a family anymore. So it was like, okay, let's start again to adapt to rules and to mom, dad, and so on. And also like develop all the projects through internet and smart working. That was really a challenge because I'm not that good in technology and this stuff, but they asked me to do stuff on to do some videos, and I'm very shy. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to, but I have to. Let's go on. I can, and I try, and I feel also more confident in that expert. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So there are many experts that are related to coronavirus, because if there weren't, I would have gone to university and didn't have to do any videos and so on. But yeah, so it's something that from you can learn. So nice. In
Yeah,
any case,
I
at
also
the end, I like it so much that I stay there for 3 months more. So
oh. And I think those skills are things that can help you in your future career, for example, and things. So every time it's good to go outside of your comfort zone. And can I ask everybody of you to say what was your best memory and the thing you would miss most about your project? Maybe we can start with Francesco this time.
Oh my God. I have a lot of nostalgic vibes related to sticky rice. I really love it. It was some kind of rice, but very, very sticky. And it was something, my God, I would like to eat now. But with the people that was with me in the project, with Martina, with Adonis, two crazy Greek guys and Tabi as well. It was a Thai girl that was with us. I really like that moment when we was in the island one weekend, and yeah, we were sleeping outside with Martina and speaking before the dream. Yeah, that kind of experience, adaptation and wide and discover. I really have a lot of moments. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very special, man. I'm happy you had the chance to experience this. And for you, Martina?
Yeah, like I also remember. I also miss so much the time we spent together, and actually, like I think I also really miss the group. I remember when the Greeks and like I had still in my ears their laughs, so I could hear them laughing, literally. Like it was the first time just Francesco and the house because they left the house, but still I could hear them. So like I really miss the people there because they, you try to be a group even if you don't know each other's. So, and our group was composed by very different people. All of the five of us were really different from each other's. So we learned so much, and it was a big challenge because we were challenging each other's. So like I tried to do something I never would do before because someone was with me, and even if I didn't know that person very well before, actually, I knew that person maybe since 1 week. Without that person, I would never do that. So I totally trust in that person, and we did very nice experience and challenging. Like for example, with Francesco, let me say only one example. Like we slept under the like during the night outside and under the stars. It was new, but I did only because I was with him. Otherwise, come on, like I would never do that.
Lovely guy.
Yeah.
So happy for you. Sounds amazing. And what about you, Luisa? What are your fondest memories from Colombia?
I have also a lot. Well, I really love food like there, and I will miss a lot empanadas so much, and arroz con pollo. They were my favorite dishes there. It's like rice with the chicken, but it was amazing. I don't know how they did that, but it was amazing. And I will miss also the people. I mean, I have some friends there, but I met also new people, thanks them actually. But they were so nice. They were so, I don't know. They have they had such a good vibes that I would like, oh my God, I will miss them so much. So the way they are, the way they are so happy, so, and like, yes. And also I really miss the Universidad Nacional de Colombia, so the university. We were there just 2 weeks, maybe, we went there, but also the atmosphere there was so nice that I really miss it. When they said, I know you will never come back this year in the university, I was like, no, I don't want, really? No, we were so sad. Also with Flavia, with the other volunteer, we were so sad. I would like, oh my God, no. Because really the atmosphere was like such a good one that you want to go there somehow. You were attracted from the university. So yes, that's, yeah, maybe they are my.
Well, again, all of your stories, guys, sound super exciting, and wow, I wish like someday I can enjoy similar travels, especially to Thailand, favorite country of mine. Now, maybe to conclude the conversation, why are the reasons each one of you would recommend young people who are curious to go and give volunteering a try? And if you have any advice for future volunteers, what would it be? We can start from Luisa, maybe.
Well, one reason is really that you can develop skills that maybe you don't know to have, or you have hidden. So, and really you come back that you are more self-confident about yourself. At least it's what happened to me. So I think that it's a good reason to go. And advice. Just I don't have any so much advice. I think that the thing is just to try something new.
Yeah, good enough for advice if people are listening. What about you, Francesco?
It's free, and you can live very amazing experience that only Europe can offer to you. There are some other voluntary projects in abroad, but is with other countries in Africa and South America, but are different. A lot like this we have only here in Europe, and we are very lucky, and we must to take part of that experience, because you can come back with a lot of new skills. You can come back that you know more of you, and you can meet people, amazing people, and only for that you can create a community. You can share everything. You yeah, is incredible. So I don't know why a lot of people don't take part of the program or projects. Also my friends, they don't want. I don't understand why. Because if I have opportunity, I would like to relive 10 times, 20 times. So yeah.
I agree with you, and I think us gathering and sharing those experiences maybe will help push some people to go outside of their comfort zone and experience these wonderful emotions and collect such wonderful memories as you three guys have. So yeah, thank you for sharing and speaking with so much enthusiasm, man. And Martina, what about you?
Okay. What would I say? Yeah, I really think that if you want to get to know a new culture, that's probably one of the best way you can do. You have a very good opportunity because it's almost for free, and you have a very big organization all around you. So even if you have any problem, like, you have people that can help you. Forget about the tourism, because yeah, you have some opportunities to go around, but anyway, if you're a tourist, I mean, not in a not ethical and with no sense of the word and the place you are, I don't think it's the kind of project it's not the project for you, because you should be at least be curious about the place you are, but really curious and open mind. Otherwise, it's better if you stay home, because otherwise you only can have problems. Because yeah, it's not easy. It's super challenging. It's not easy. But if you're open and ready for challenge yourself, then it will be wonderful. Otherwise, it will be the hell on on the world probably. So yeah, but I really suggest to the people to do it, especially to young people. I mean, not wait until you don't have more time, because it's very important. And yeah, for you, mostly just do it for you.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, there should always be some challenges, but like you said, the benefits outweigh much more the any concerns people might have. And after you're done, you would, like, as Francesco said, to relive this experience many, many, many more times, because it was so fascinating. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I hope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope it was interesting discussion, and mostly I hope more people will give volunteering a go. They can go to European Solidarity Corps website, check for opportunities for travel. But yes, you can meet great people, do wonderful stuff, learn new things, and have lifelong memories. So thank you for sharing this experience and your enthusiasm about life.
Thanks to you too for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, guys.
Grazie mille.
It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye.
Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao.